I'm Simon, and in this video I want to talk about some of the questions I had before I purchased the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. Feel free to skip around in this video. I have put the chapters down below of the questions I've answered. For the kind of work we're doing and the budgets that we have for aerial footage for that, I did not feel the need to buy the Fly More combo or the Creator combo. So I do not have the fancy new RC2 Pro controller, just the normal RC2 controller. So some of the questions are related to the controller. Like the very first one, can I get an HDMI feed out of the controller to a director's monitor? And the answer is yes, you can get that. You have a USB-C plug down below, and just using a USB-C to HDMI adapter, you can hook it up to a TV, a director's monitor, or just a normal camera monitor. There is just a little trick to it. You have to, at least the first time you do it, plug it in while the controller is on, then switch off the controller and switch it back on, and then it should work. Next answer. Does the DJI Mavic 4 Pro without the Creator combo have any internal storage? And if so, how much? And yes, it does have internal storage. I think the website says 64 gigabytes, which is a realistic 40 gigabytes of usable storage. So that's a good thing. So in case you do forget to bring a memory card, you do have a little safety option, which I really appreciate. It's happened to me before. What SD cards are you able to use for the 6K 60 frames per second ProRes video? I have used a normal SanDisk V30, I think. A SanDisk Extreme V30. That's the same I've had for all my DJI drones up until this point. And it seemed to have been working fine. I haven't done a lot of flying yet, just received it yesterday. But up until 5 minutes of video, that's just the test I did in 4K 60, worked no problem. Before I open up this drone, I have another little thing to mention. This gimbal support right here has advantages and disadvantages. So the advantage is you do have protector for the blades on both sides, yet it is kind of really complicated the first couple times to get it on and off. And still right now I haven't really figured it out. So you basically have this latch back here. And what I found is then instead of trying to like take it off like this, flip it over and then try to take off the bottom element and then just pull it forward like this. Otherwise you end up like kind of scratching. That's what happened to me up here, the gimbal itself. And then even with the putting it back on, usually make sure the camera's straight and everything, and then put on the bottom piece first over the blades and everything, and then lock it into this little socket thing right here. Then make sure the gimbal sits properly, and then you can slowly squeeze it back and lock the latch back here. So the unfolding of this drone is actually the other way around than what I've had on my past drones. So you flip down to flip it up, the front ones, the front legs, and then you just flip back the back legs, which is interesting. It's always been the other way around. For example, this Air 2S that I have here, the back legs would go down like this, and then the front legs fold up like this. Next thing, horizontal recording, which is obviously one of the big factors that they have introduced with this drone, or not introduced, I feel like reintroduced. A lot of the tutorials were wrong, saying that this is the first Mavic that has that. The very first Mavic Pro had it as well. You could have not an infinity roll, but you were able to 90 degrees rotate the gimbal and then still have the full 90 degrees of operational ability. But yeah, so they kind of got rid of that feature and now they got it back in, or at least partially, right? Because we've all heard in all those videos that you can only rotate it like what 11 degrees up and 11 degrees down when it is in vertical format. And that is true. One question I had before purchasing it was, how can I do vertical video on this little screen here? Because when I switch my camera to vertical, oh wait, no, that was the wrong one. Like this. It's gonna go down in this little 9:16 format, right? And it's tiny. Like this screen isn't huge, it's like 5 inches, right? So this little screen, you can barely see anything. And obviously for operating, it's kind of the only way of doing it. But if you do want to see more, there's a little trick you can do. Go back to the normal horizontal video and then flip the camera with the infinity roll to 90 degrees. There we go, 90 degrees. And now you do have the full, oh, what did I just do? I clicked something. But now you have the full screen showing the vertical footage. So that's a little trick you can do if you need to see a little more and don't have to like operate it too much, because this would be a very weird way now to operating the camera or the drone. But let's say you do only do, I don't know, active track or something, and you just want to monitor it, that might be a smart way of doing it. Okay, have you wondered how all those YouTubers and content creators were able to get a screen recording of the actual monitor right here? Well, if you've had this kind of monitor before, controller before, you might not, but it's the first time I ever used this one, so I was really curious, how did they do it? And it's pretty simple. Basically, all you do, it's like a phone. You go down here in the menu, and then it says screenshot or screen recording right there. And if you click on it, you'll see it pop up down here. And then you can just stop the recording as well. Yep, that's it. And then you can probably just, I've not tried it out yet, just take it off the internal storage from the controller. Okay, my last point and question that I have before purchasing this drone, does the non-creator combo, the one without the 500 gigs of internal storage, have the all-I recording format? And the quick answer is no, it does not provide that. Probably because the 40 gigs of internal storage would just run full way too quick and might not be fast enough to handle that. I'm not sure how much that will change the quality of the drone and the camera. I don't think it's going to be a lot. I mean, a lot of cameras run with H.265 format and D-Log or S-Log and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be so good. But I'm going to test that in my next video too, as soon as I have had the chance to fly it a little more. And I have more questions than what I've answered in this video, but I have had not a lot of time with this drone yet. I do want to try out how is the rolling shutter performance, because I've seen a couple videos where I was bummed about it. And I was like, why doesn't anyone talk about it? It doesn't look great, at least in the 6K 60 frames per second. And I want to try that out. I want to see which recording modes, which frame rates, what performs best, and which one is best usable. And then, for example, I also want to try the relocating of the home point using the remote controller, which I'm not sure if it's possible with this one, or if that's also just something that the Creator Combo Pro controller can do. So I'm curious about that. And I'm gonna answer those questions in my next video, so follow if you want to see that.